Feed me, Seymour. I now have four channels to put this in. Sorry.
I have been left.
Sorry.
You monster.
You monster frisbee.
You monster frisbee!
Feed me, Seymour. Oakley dokley.
Bokely dokely.
Let me actually open up Danganronpa.
Probably. Oh shit, that's right, I was actually gonna do that.
What?
I don't remember. Don't question me.
Oh, I have the right to do this.
Good.
I can do this now. I added everyone. All 5 people on my Discord. And one of them being me.
Yeah?
I need to go get a drink real quick. So that I have a thing to do hydration with if somebody wants it. Alright, I'm back.
Hi, back.
Hello, son.
Don't you
What?
forget about me.
Fuck you, whoa.
What did Woe do? I'm making a terrible decision.
So, my sister made cookies today.
Good.
But she didn't make, like normal-sized cookies. She made pancake cookies. And I'm talking, like, cookies the size of pancakes. But she didn't keep them that way. When they were still warm and gooey after being baked, she took a cookie cutter, like a small cookie cutter about that big, made little fucking tiny cookies out of big cookies for some reason.
That raises more questions than anything.
And then she took all the leftover stuff and just crumbled it up into a bowl. Like the edges and the centers between the cookies. So she downgraded the cookies. I should probably show you my screen.
That would be nice.
Why is it suddenly hard rock music? What is going on in here? What? What?
Ball Buddy making fucking jokes about Makoto Nijima. Basically, Makoto's like, I don't know.
Well, you missed an explosion.
Yeah. Some bitch done blew the fuck up. Though, to be fair, she was also stabbed.
She was stabbed, and then when we tried to take the mask that was concealing who had gotten stabbed off, she blew up. And I don't remember what I was doing from here.
I would check the Monokuma file again.
Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim has been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
So that doesn't technically say anything about how she died.
Yeah.
Good morning, Makoto. I wish to speak with you.
What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Because you're U-G-L-Y. Because I don't know your alibi.
Alibi.
In other words...
Bitch. Correct, I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night.
Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime.
And it just so happens to involve the knife that we all saw handed to you?
Yes.
How can you know that for sure?
Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about the one bear. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd been here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body.
Oh, by the way, whoa, another big thing. Apparently everything we do is being broadcast to the entire world.
One could say that it's entirely possible that the body was planted there.
In other words...
So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. We were having an orgy and you weren't invited.
What?
Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling that bear.
Oh yeah, that happened. I forgot about the dismantled Monokuma.
As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone and went to the bathroom in pairs.
Wait, are you saying who would watch a show about kids being murdered? A lot of people, probably.
Lord of the Flies exists for a reason.
Probably, specifically, the parents of the kids that are trapped in here.
Total Drama Island exists. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis
are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko,
then I'm the only one without an alibi.
That's right, you're UGLY, bitch, because you ain't got no alibi.
What?
But you never came to the door, so where the fuck were you?
I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so...
That's hardly an alibi.
I know.
So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here.
I'm the only one without an alibi.
I mean, you'll have
That's
to take lower
really
of the two roles.
bad, isn't it? There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. You know what I have a bad feeling?
What?
That Kyoko's going to get executed. Whoever that person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... Can we stop flickering between these images? When they attacked, I was in some kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then I... Makoto, don't give yourself too much credit. You're not strong enough, and you're at all to do that.
To be fair, though, the person behind the mask probably wasn't that much better.
And
or
if this
any
is
amount
really,
better.
if this really is Kyoko, it'd mean Kyoko's the one that attacked me, but why the mask? You just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. That voice is getting actually annoying to do at this point.
Then stop doing it.
These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Makoto, stop being, like, secretive in your own head.
What, you don't?
If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Is this... I was going to be weird there. They were going to stab you, but their aim was so bad that they stabbed themselves. Probably. What?
Yeah, they pulled...
There's something weird about this
person.
body's fingernails. These are fake nails. They're really long. By the way, does this work right now?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to know if the timer was working. Because for some reason
That's a puppy.
I was having issues with it working before.
That's a pupper.
What's a pupper?
That's a pupper on the hand.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. There's also something on the back of the right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. You've never seen a dog before. Weird.
I know. Probably because they ate them all.
What?
Oh wait, no, that's China.
Wait. Wait, is this... Wait, what?
What
What
are
am I
you looking that up?
Looking what up?
if Asian people eat dogs.
Oh no, I know Asian people eat dogs.
Oh, okay. Then why are you so weirded out by me saying that?
No, so I saw a tweet that popped up. I saw a tweet popped up, and so
why are you on Twitter while you're streaming, Hunter?
Because I was looking to make sure the Twitch was open on my phone, and it's from this person named Redigit, who's the creator of Terraria.
Okay.
And the tweet was, I was thinking about adding microtransactions to Terraria since they're so popular. You want to open this gold chest? That'll be $4.99 or a 12-hour wait. He's obviously joking, but still. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. I almost went into the accent again. It's instinctual at this point.
It's not even an accent, it's just...
Burger King foot lettuce. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire. No. That's like... That's,
I read dumped duct.
The body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally black, and also the top half of the body is wet. We just explained why, Makoto. You don't have to go through a backstory. Throw on the top half, the bottom half still dry, blah, 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 blah. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Why is he so, like, cautious about the top half being wet? What?
I don't know.
The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up. There's only one little piece left.
I know why.
Why?
Well, what's special about this room?
Oh, the sprinklers! So, wait, if the jacket isn't wet, that means they died after the sprinklers went off. Or they were at least in here after the sprinklers went off. You know?
Yes, which would mean after 6.
Yes. And if it was after 6, weren't we all in the... Did I wake up? I woke up at 7.
Yeah.
But there's a possibility that that might be an alibi for me being in the gymnasium at possibly the time this body died.
I doubt it.
Yeah, Byakuya wouldn't care, but...
And now it's still enough to murder a bitch. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to fade anymore.
Toko, you don't have to worry. There's no blood. It's just corpse. Also, why are explosives always gasoline explosives? I don't know, because it seems to be very easy to explode gasoline compared to, like, finding other things to blow stuff up with.
It's a pipe bomb! Yeah!
I mean, there's multiple times explosives. All in all, explosives depend on pressure, right?
Good question.
Like, really, most explosives are built around the idea of pressure. And,
you have
like,
to learn to face yourself.
To the point where the casing of the explosive explodes.
The shrapnel.
Gasoline doesn't explode, you need an explosive in a gasoline jug. I mean, I guess. I don't know
to be
much
fair,
about explosives.
gasoline is in fact not the thing what explodes, it is the fumes.
Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody, but for how much blood there was in the body, I don't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Why did you make me... It made me think that she was like, do you remember how it looked? Do you specifically look at that, remember that part? Like she had a clue. Well,
Clearly the answer is, oh, you know how I looked, so it was clearly you as the murderer.
well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Oh, that was her. That was me. Sorry. I thought that was her.
What, you can't look at her left hand? That's handist.
It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, Anne?
For serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember what that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met with Hina. That was right at around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then. Oh.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot right now.
That's right, it had to have been around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done.
Man,
Hero, just go stand in the corner. That's a pretty small job.
just like his brain.
Okay,
Quick, check the chickens! It's important! 'Cause chickens.
those nozzles poking out, are those the sprinklers? Oh. Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. No! Feed me, Seymour!
No.
This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. Oh, so... Oh, okay. I thought it... Did you say it was 6?
I thought it was 6.
So
I'll
if it's
admit.
at 7:30 every morning, I had an alibi from that point on.
Yeah.
And, okay. And Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Wait, hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place at...
Just tell that to fucking Bikya.
Hey, Byakuya.
In other words,
All 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only one who don't have alibis.
I mean, Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko.
Then I'm the one without an alibi.
So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. Roll and take the lowest roll.
I have it! You idiot.
2 nat 20s.
Look at the chickens. How many chickens are there? There were... how many were there? There are only 4. There were 5
Oh, no.
before.
Oh no!
What? 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in there? Of course, there are precisely 5. Yeah, right? Huh? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. What? Ugh! Okay, that hurt. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
what?
What are we going to do? Going from 5 to 4 is going to have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could be related to the case. Chicken coop. Chickens has been added.
I blame it on Owie, honestly.
Let's go check the shed. If I remember correctly,
Meanwhile, in tool shed.
the room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? Let's probably look into that. Could be related to the case. Okay, then look at it. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. On one side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. It's one thing in here that's... he said that's the one thing in here that concerns him?
Yes. Leave the tool shed!
I think I've checked everything I need in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. The fragment I found before... Oh.
What?
Is that a corpse really Kyoko? If that's true...
Then I'm gonna be sad.
Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? See, if it was Kyoko that attacked you, then why would she appear after that? Like, you saw two people. You saw that person and Kyoko, didn't you?
It was clearly her memory.
Probably, actually. It might have just not been very clear in explaining that. Never gonna answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
Where has she been sleeping?
Leave me to your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
Has she slept?
She probably hasn't. Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room.
I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, I'm Byakuya.
If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial.
Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it.
Take me with you. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime
It didn't register to me what you said until, like, after you'd moved on.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story.
Okay. Then will you go with me?
Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
You mean after the class trial starts?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not.
I may also vanish into thin air. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. That one area. He keeps saying that one area. The only thing I can assume he means by that is the fucking the second floor bathroom. Because he's not saying it explicitly, you know? This is where the bathroom cleaning supplies are. It also leaves. I suppose before you go too much. What do you mean then?
Maybe it's the corpse room?
The fucking what?
The corpse room. The room with all the dead bodies, in the 5th floor. All the hashtag dead folk. I mean, I could be wrong.
I love how the only blood in this place that's not pink is dried blood. Okay, what do I have? What is seems familiar to something that was seen earlier. Why can you not fucking tell me? I don't have it. It's been like a week since I played this. What does that remind me of?
I guess check and see what rooms are highlighted on the map.
Looking at this laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
It looks like smudged garbage. Case.
Oh,
that's what it was. Okay. So wait.
Waiting.
That wasn't. Was that body a real person then?
Yes.
Okay. I just found something. What is it? It's...
Huh?
It's what?
A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. Remember that one time fucking Mondo
bomb.
threw like 17 of them into the air and they all exploded like that? Yeah, that's what
And
did
that
it.
bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Oh, okay. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should have been... What?
You checked one thing. Oh, that's all I can think of.
And that's Byakuya. Hey Byakuya, it's been 5 minutes. Can we go now?
It's later now. Can I see my waifu's room? No, you're too desperate. Hey Byakuya, you managed to come right back here.
I think you can go soon, Byakuya.
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Fuck off.
Wait for me.
No.
Byakuya walked off without a second glance. I heard after him on our way to the dorms. Fuck, I'm doing it again.
Doing what?
I'm instinctively doing the voice.
Yeah. How are you going the wrong way?
I'm going to the only person that matters.
But you already missed Kyoko's room. Look at my long ass legs.
Papakua.
Well then, here we go. Open the door and oh fuck.
Byakuya took out the key and slid into the keyhole and then click.
And it's open.
What if all she had to do was just be like, "Hey, Monokuma, can I have another key to my room?"
Okay, here you go.
And she's just in here. Why did he get taller?
Because Makoto's short as fuck. Go ahead, hurry on in. Makoto's a fucking puppy, dude. He is tiny.
Of course, her room is as boring as mine. So this is Kyoko's room.
No, she has a pink pillow and a journal. And not a dead body.
There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? Give it to me.
I think it's probably a key? The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers.
I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. It reeks of poor people.
That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something poor.
It's certainly
But if
possible.
it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks.
You know those rooms in the dojo? Really? What?
Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Are you okay, Hunter?
Jojo, it's time to go.
To the dojo.
Quick, smell her pillows. I mean, what?
Oh, did Kyoko sit here? Oh.
I disappointed myself with that.
What the, Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Half the chat is still Blarp. Maybe it's because you're the only one here, whoa.
I don't know what you're talking about. I refuse to elaborate further. Yeah, I think it would be wise to check her bathroom.
Such.
What, ban Blarbutt?
No, just what I said.
Bathroom. She still might have certain articles hanging out to dry. It's better not to look inside.
Oh.
What?
Oh, I thought there was a...
It's certainly.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I guess check the camera?
Following your every move, man. They're absolutely. How many cameras does this place have anyway? One of the modest Monokuba seems pretty when he's not on it. Actually, no. It's totally useless no matter what. Oh, maybe I actually have to talk to him.
What?
You want to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for?
Nothing in particular. Just thought we might find some kind of clue here, but a clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take out of my search to time here? Come.
Spawn John's having a strong. Makoto Negi. Sorry. Why did I read his name?
Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you'll doom no matter how much time you take. Now get your libido in control. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here.
More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me.
Would she blame me for this if I open it now because we think she died?
I don't think so.
Sure, I have it somewhere. Found it.
What's in the envelope?
Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Well,
Interesting.
something has certainly happened, so I open it.
Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside, it's just an emoji. It's just it's just an emoji flipping off.
It's a letter. B. And on the other side is a note. B flat.
No. So when you said that, it reminded me of the Game Grumps Cranberries thing. He sent me a letter. C for cranberries. I fucking love that series so much. We should do Trauma Center one day.
I mean, I have a Wii.
Are we doing the Wii version?
I have two Wiis, technically.
Give me 1 second.
Wii U, Wii U, Wii U. I almost bought a GameCube controller the other day.
I have Trauma Cinder Under the Knife. Is it Trauma Cinder Under the Knife?
Yeah.
I have
It has Yuri Lowenthal as the main character.
I have the DS version.
I don't.
Fuck it. I have Rune Factory 4. When did I get that?
Burger King foot lettuce.
I need to play DS games more. I have so many DS games I just haven't touched.
Yep.
I can still smell my beard oil.
I can't, and I'm okay with that.
Well, it doesn't actually smell bad. It smells pretty good, like... Or is it my... No, yeah, that's...
So if you got two Wiis, does that mean you got two Wii? No, I do not have two Wii.
Is she enticing me? Under the sheets, it's just like lewd pictures of herself. Yeah, I like how you had to type it out, like, because it wouldn't make sense otherwise.
What?
That's all that was in there?
Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? Makoto, I'm going to destroy you.
Gee, I wonder.
But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect... You could look under there without the fucking letter. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Have you seen those, like, profile photos? It's like, check the corner. Check my profile name. And the profile name says, like, check my channel banner. And it says, like, in the channel banner it says, check the description of my latest video. And you go to the description, you know, have you seen those? I've seen a couple of them. Sometimes people do that. Like, they'll lead you on like, on a wild goose chase. Only for that to be like, now you have to click subscribe. Mukuro Ikusaba, the fucking student.
Sex? Yes, please.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile.
Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key.
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and bitch. That's it.
Actually, that spells fucker. Bitch is 5 letters. That was 6. That must be the blank that Monokun was talking about. I like how he actually is just like it was like programmed in him, so if he tried to say it, it would just come out as nothing. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind.
I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search so your libido can be under control.
Okay, just let me rub around the sheets. What?
Nothing.
I made an effort to pull myself together, and then looked down at the profile sheet. Oh, I get it. It's a sheet under the sheet. Mukuro Ikusaba.
Which means we gotta look at the back of the sheet.
Sex, yes.
Yes, please.
The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it.
Got it, she's an American.
In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. She's running this whole operation.
Into the ground.
The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this.
What? You recognize it?
Naturally.
Well, of course, Fenrir is a fucking Norse mythological beast, you dumb fuck. Oh, sorry. But they do have their uses and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering.
But this is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in.
Yeah, you're a bitch. I must say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says the Fenrir is all ready.
Found it!
Well, I feel like our hero's becoming a bit player and a bit player is becoming our hero.
Oh, it's you. Hi.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Uh-oh, you found her profile!
So, what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me, I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it! After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there?
Until now, I'm putting it in.
But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rule and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice... I read it as lick it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous.
Hey, I mean, you don't know what Monokuma's type is.
What?
Our rule violations really are so unforgivable. You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order, and murder. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. We can't have you complaining about how unfair it is. Now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting.
I can steal too! It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game.
Byakuya, you ass.
I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? Oh was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When y'all got together in the main hall back when, there were 15 folk there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding amongst thou all.
A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words,
That's right! There weren't actually 15 of you.
yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Is
Thank you,
Kyoko the mastermind?
Good question.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of this school life, so the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Why?
Huh?
Huh? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. It's literally the only thing on show right now. And so we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to the hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Bye-bye. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with ya.
Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
Hey, Monokuma, you know what you just did?
Gave her an alibi.
Yeah, well, first of all, you proved that the body wasn't her.
Yeah.
Because the hands we saw didn't have a bunch of scars on them.
They did have something else, though.
What?
What? Okay, now that's all you get. Goodbye.
He's gonna be pissed off when we get to the trial, isn't he? We're gonna be like, hey, Monokuma. We're gonna, like, use Monokuma's words, and he's like, wait! Shit.
He doesn't care, that's why I told you.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I thought he was telling me to get revenge on Kyoko. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... the tattoo... Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars, which means... those fake nails on the corpse.
Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Jeez, man,
What?
get it together. Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. That's a fucking raw-ass line.
God must have hated you to make you so dull.
Yeah, don't you remember what Monokuma just told us?
Oh, you said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Sorry, I'm just emotionally exhausted after today.
Obviously, Monokuma was telling us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now?
He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later.
By the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He used to make our investigation fair.
Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the
possible.
one who killed Kyoko.
What?
That would explain why we have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game.
Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko?
Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think?
Should I watch the Digimon should I rewatch the original Digimon cartoon?
I mean, if you want. In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
Should I watch it in Japanese?
You do you, man. So long as you don't pull them out and be like, "Oh, the subs are factually better because."
Well, I'm not, but I've just heard that the Japanese version has a lot less cringy jokes. That they use to try to appeal to kids in America.
What?
Pride? I think you mean succeeded in. Based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Sakura Ikusaba isn't the culprit.
What makes you say that?
We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no fucking sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
That's a good point.
So, in other words...
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be rude, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit.
So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. Or he thought we would have this line of thought, and it's just a double bluff.
Or maybe it was Sayaka the whole time. Maybe she's the mastermind.
Sayaka didn't die. So Leon died for nothing.
That's what makes sense to me.
The way you say it definitely does seem possible.
And that's why the knife was stabbed through the chest.
But if that's
just to
really
make sure
true,
that it reenacted the way she died.
If Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is?
Well, then I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. And stop wanking off to her sheets. We don't have time.
I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? Honey, you should have said, "Oh, I'm coming, alright."
Oh, boy.
Not on stream, dude.
I was doing the fucking turtle one. What's that? There are wooden lockers here. They use wood. What?
You.
I got some wood. They use wood.
Are you okay?
Sorry, it reminded me of like just how dumb that segue was. Like, there's some wooden lockers. I got wood. Like, just the mention of the word wood is like, yeah, I got wood. This super traditional public bathhouse. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Oh my,
Shit,
how
sorry.
good.
Makoto, did you see the locker farthest to the right?
You mean the one with the number 6 on it that goes with the number 6 key?
Yeah, that one.
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at this moment. You understand what that means, right?
I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Makoto, go. Use key attack.
Okay. I took the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and... click. The lock click! The locker eagerly accepted the key. No, he slides it in. Apparently, I make weird sounds when I come.
I try not to make any noise.
Oh, I was just because of apparently that's the sounds I make. The locker isn't open. There's nothing in there.
Oh.
There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total.
They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are.
Didn't they say she got hit with like a metal rod or something?
Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks.
Strong sticks. So, the body got hit with titanium arrow. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what it was used for. It has blood on it. Is that a blood
I
stain?
see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case.
No, they just ran out of pads.
That would be immeasurably painful.
I know. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it be possible to... How could it possibly be involved? Uh-huh.
Huh.
Is something
Very
wrong?
strange.
Very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps...
Yeah.
Forget it. Come now. We need to continue on to the next location.
I'm just following him like a dog now.
Come, Pupper.
What? Next location.
What?
There's still something we need to look into, my Pupper. We need to do more research on that
Oh,
Pupper.
we're going to the
place.
archives then. Fenrir, you mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? The archive room, obviously.
Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? You
Research?
stupid dog.
You're talking about the archive?
You make me look bad.
That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access
Let's
to.
go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Man, I can't wait till the next game.
What?
I believe that there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here.
Why?
You'll see.
Would you say the second game is better than the first game?
I can't say either way.
Is it because you don't have an opinion?
I would argue that the characters in the first game were a lot more memorable, outside of, like, 3 examples, more or less.
Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back.
Oh, here we go.
He quickly returned with a file in hand.
It's of your mother,
I see.
surprisingly enough. Get a load of this. Pichu, pichu, pichu.
I have no idea what it says. What language is this?
How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French?
Yo, that's the logo that she had on her hand. The dog thing.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Well, you're incorrect. Have you ever been to France? All the high schoolers there can speak French, you dumb fuck.
100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme?
I'll smack you on the back of the head. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into an enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. You lucky fuck.
Was Fenrir was Fenrir in God of War?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Might be in Ragnarok though.
He'll
Because
probably
Wolf of
be in
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, given how he is.
One of the wolves of Ragnarok.
He is the Wolf of Ragnarok.
Weren't there 2 wolves chasing the moon and sun? Is Fenrir one of those?
I thought it was mostly just Fenrir. Well, to be fair, Fenrir was literally imprisoned.
Is Fenrir Loki's kid?
Yes, Fenrir is one of Loki's kids.
Yeah, Fenrir was imprisoned by Zeus or something.
No, he was.
Zeus? Fucking Odin, I mean.
He was imprisoned by Odin and Tyr at the cost of Tyr's hand.
How do you know all this? Do you just know Norse mythology like the back of your hand?
I played Smite, like, once.
You played Smite once? Yeah, this is all necessary to know when you're booting up the game. This is the tutorial. You have to pass a quiz.
Yeah, it forces you to learn about Ratatosker, the squirrel that climbs up the world tree and causes mischief. He starts wars. You think I'm joking? That's literally his entire deal.
No, just he climbs up the world tree and causes mischief. He causes wars.
Yeah. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. Their presence, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the groups were all neutralized, including Mokuro. Some rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believed there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded, like Mokuro.
What?
What is it?
This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality.
Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are not part of the world. Shut the fuck up, you, playing this game. You don't get to talk. The battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world, unlike that fat slob playing this game. That's what makes it all so exhilarating.
Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. Is this all
Especially
implying...
because I didn't use the word exciting, you little bitch.
Is this, like, foreshadowing that Makoto is from a different universe? From all of these other characters?
Clearly. But no, to be fair, if a normal-ass human were dropped in this would probably break them a lot faster than he is. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir.
Now you mention it. The report says something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right, it said...
That's right, it said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok.
We look like we could be brothers.
Let me step on you, brother.
Oh boy, Oni-chan. Son.
Oh, I'll step on you, alright. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. I'm having a stroke.
What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean?
You are definitely incorrect, Woe. Makoto is an adorable-ass puppy, and Byakuya's only ugly on the inside.
Time for the class trial!
Hey,
Time
I'm
is
bored.
naturally
Hurry the fuck
silent,
up!
And yet it constantly assaults us organisms.
Orgasms. The Earth. Natural
phenomena.
phenomena.
It
Do,
damages
do, do, do,
us
do.
little by
Phenomena.
little
Do, do,
until
do,
the
do.
end. You should really think about that. Anyway,
Now hurry the fuck up!
it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Yeah, right behind the tarp. So you can save your game. Then the time has come.
All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class
That's
trial.
right.
You've seen that way. Let us be off.
Let us Byakuyo. It's time to
Oh.
Byaku go.
Fuck you. Don't even compare me to that piece of garbage.
Fucking most recent chapter of fucking My Hero Academia. Would make you happy, probably. Whoa,
Let's
Byakuya
keep
and
going.
Makoto showed up together.
Ah,
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
I was fucking him.
Daddy?
How dare you! He's supposed to do that to me.
I want to be the middle of the sandwich.
5 feet high and 3 feet wide. No one's ever eaten the whole thing and survived. It comes with a bucket of ranch on the side. It's the ultimate sandwich. The ultimate sandwich.
What did you just say?
The lyrics to the song Ultimate Sandwich by Ninja Sex Party.
But you said it so weirdly.
Yeah, I was saying it in her voice.
I was a fan of NSP. Was
Oh no, I was
NSP
saying
making
it in
music at this
Toko's
point.
voice.
Oh, sorry. Toko's a fan of NSP?
Of course.
Would Toko or would NSP have been doing music at that point? When did they start?
They started around 2011. So no.
What? Are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second.
Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or...
No, I'm just bored. Or what?
MS Paint? Jesus!
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
What?
In other words,
I'm waiting on everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
Kyoko walks through the door.
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. Is it me you're waiting for? I'm here.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
I'm here, and no rule's been broken.
Hi, Kyoko. Kyoko, you still alive? No, that's a ghost!
Look, just because I'm pale as fuck doesn't mean you get to say that. Stop talking.
I'm pale as fuck, boy.
So is Matt. You want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Kyoko feels like the kind of person that if she killed someone, she would admit to it straight up.
Fine, she can't talk for the first 5 minutes of the class trial. You okay there? Class trial
Is
only
that
lasts
right?
5 minutes. I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Outside of Makoto. Am I wrong?
Am I a school regulation?
You all now, bitch. You're so selfish. So spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially. But I'll bet you'll be sorry later.
shing!
No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, I'll see your butts in the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya.
Kyoko, I'm sorry, I opened the letter. When Monokuma is gone, we all rush up to Kyoko. Hi, Kyoko.
Don't glomp me just yet.
So you really didn't die?
indeed.
Of course I didn't die. I'm not a fucking wimp.
Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for you. I mean us.
What? That's right, now we gotta do it with a ghost!
Oh, shut the fuck up. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can discuss it during the trial.
Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
Master, wait for me.
How do we know you're Kyoko? Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over.
No, you won't.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started.
Yay. No!
Yay! No! Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So.
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
Bitch, what?
Yeah, the second floor of the dorms.
Second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Also, I was able to take a fucking nap. Of course, I also missed his announcements because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered.
Then when did you find out?
So...
Just now, I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't do a trial completely uninformed now, can I?
So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. Especially you.
By the way, may I say, you are looking impeccable today.
Of course, I'm always.
But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
I sort of dislocated all my bones to get through the grate.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What? So Kyoko doesn't know we found the AV room or what the monitoring room or whatever.
No, she doesn't know that.
But if she has a key that can open any lock, she probably already knows that place exists.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up and get before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Sorry, we need like a few more minutes for us to finish. We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment thus far for me.
For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all...
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Kyoko, show me your entire body. I need to know. Do you have a tattoo of a wolf somewhere on you? And the door slid shut. Aoi, you don't have to stand so close to the button.
I want it!
What?
What?
I just imagine, like, Makoto, Aoi, why are you standing so close to the button? She jerks around like face rabbit.
No, it's not even she jerks around. Her head just fucking does a 180. Then she yells that. I want it! I want it!
And then, like, and then we look at once we reach down to the bottom, she's completely back to normal. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
Despair.
Oh, or the blinding light of this. Oh god, this room.
I've been waiting for this. Feel like it's been forever since we got together like this.
It was like,
no, it's only been like a day or two.
Yeah, it's literally been like 3 days. He said it had been 3 days from the last trial. Like,
the time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Monokuma, what do you have in your hand?
A knife!
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show!
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle,
Man,
a deadly
you
defense,
really love
a
saying
deadly
deadly a
fate,
lot.
a deadly class trial.
It's funny because I have slightly Arabic music going on in my ear because I also have Bravely Second going on.
Set skills. I don't have anything new.
You do, in fact, not have any skill whatsoever. I mean, what? trial!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Oh no,
your
we
votes will
accidentally
determine the
skipped
results.
Monokuma's voice.
I think I turned sound effects down because the garden was super loud for some reason.
Yep, that's why.
If you choose the wrong one. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But then I'll...
Okay! Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Can I shoot him?
I mean, technically.
This trial is off to a roaring start.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
I thought Kyoko said that. I thought it was like, but Kyoko's standing right here.
No! That's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Once again, can I shoot him?
Do I need
There's
to
a
kick you
limit
in
to
the
how
face?
much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Are we allowed to get off of our podiums? Can I, like, walk around and kick him?
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
Shoot him and make it look like he shot himself while looking down the barrel of a gun. He would. Kyoko's piercing glare. Kyoko's face. Kyoko's gloves.
I got it!
Blown the fuck up.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Wow.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way the corpse was Kyoko, but if I can't prove it, why? We're just going to be stuck here in the case we'll move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... Oh, I have to already fucking do this? Oh, okay. Never mind. Tattoo on the right hand, exploded body analysis, fake nails.
I mean, honestly.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
the dead body wasn't wearing...
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then
I'm a ghost? Interesting.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This is Kyoko saying, I'm a ghost? Interesting.
One of those was Kyoko's thought. I know that the body's in Kyoko's and I can prove it.
That Kyoko
Yeah, just pay
there is
attention
just
to the
a
pink
ghost.
ones.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
We're right.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Fake nails. What does the fake nails mean?
That
means
Kyoko
that they
there
were
is just a
wearing-
ghost.
Wearing fake nails.
Okay,
Yeah, I
then
know.
Prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Body, upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished because this upper half was soaking while the bottom half remained dry. Oh.
Okay, Hunter, think of it logically. How would a tattoo prove that she was wearing gloves?
It wouldn't.
How would a tattoo prove against it?
It wouldn't.
Okay. How would fake nails prove that she wasn't wearing gloves?
I don't know.
Because that corpse is absolutely...
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay,
Okay,
then
Hunter.
prove it.
Question.
Prove she's not a
If you were
ghost.
to wear extended fake nails, would you be wearing gloves?
That's what my thought process was, but I don't know anything about fake nails.
The dead
Basically,
body
they're
wasn't
just
wearing
nails that are
gloves.
glued on
They got
to your
burnt up in the
actual nails,
explosion.
and
Then
that's
she
really
was
all
wearing
they are.
gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
I still love the line of
Whoever
"I'm a
it
ghost."
was,
Interesting.
they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
And on that note,
on that
note, I'm going to the bathroom.
He's going to powder his nose. I'm gonna go grab something too.
I'm back. Fucking Yasuhiro over there jamming out.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that.
All right, then.
The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
We have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Well, I know the tattoo on the right hand proves it's from Fenrir.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify...
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
Yeah, for real.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death? This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Just gonna screenshot that. Sean. Sean! Hurry up!
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yes. That should become clear.
I got it!
Yes.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad...
I don't get to talk much during these parts.
...would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Yes.
Fenrir?
Yes. The image that represents Fenrir is... Oh my god. Hangman's Gambit. Wolf. Sorry. Give me an F.
Now I understand.
It's a wolf! Schizo.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Yeah, instead of the fucking murder hobo.
Wolf tattoo.
Murder hobo. Yep, that's good English.
That means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Indeed.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead?
Wait yet.
Now we...
Okay, now I can hear.
You missed the best fucking part in this whole game.
What?
Or, sorry, the worst part of this whole game.
What?
I'm gonna send you a screenshot I took.
Okay. You say that as if that's a bad thing. I would argue. I'm assuming she was referring to Kyoko.
No, she was referring to the tattoo on the back of Mukuro's hand.
Okay.
By the way, that was completely out of left field.
What?
That there was nothing going on that would make her move this way. You know?
You say that, but She desperate.
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Yes.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title
Well,
to
she
me.
was actually the ultimate soldier.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Yeah.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Yeah, this ain't a movie, sweetheart.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now, figuring out who
Monokuma's
killed
like,
Mukuro in
no, I
first
don't want
and
them to
foremost.
reveal information yet.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Why did I didn't want to hear him say chit-chat. I don't know why that bothers me.
That's fair.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear a word you said.
After this game, he's secretly known as Byakuya Tobami.
Tobami?
Instead of Togami, because he fucked it up.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
He wouldn't be saying this unless we were, like, onto something. Because we've definitely went off tangent before.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Hifumi. I believe Hifumi did it.
Get a hold of yourself.
Drag
We've
his
already
corpse out
narrowed
here
down
and
the
do it
list
all
of
over
possible
again.
Suspects.
Huh?
Just kill Yasuhiro.
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
The two suspects. Makoto and Kyoko.
Togo and genocide check. I'm sure you'd be happy with that one.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden.
How can we trust you to have gone to the garden last night?
However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
What?
He went to the garden last night to go get Hiro. Which he did. So Hiro can technically say that, yeah, Byakuya was there.
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. I can't let this stand, somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Objection!
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden. Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
Wow, Allie, you used a, big word there, time frame.
Oh, but
that's two
what
whole
time
syllables.
did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Yeah, we get it.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Indeed.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. and I don't have an alibi until 7:30. Okay, that looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I'll just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I didn't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Sprinklers!
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Yeah, at the same time, yeah, that's what I was going to say, the sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock, yep, and Makoto...
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
Okay, never mind.
Meaning it's the other one.
Shoot!
The dead body analysis?
Yep.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night...
No, that's wrong.
Oh, okay. Again, some of these are odd.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Oh yeah, no, you were flying through the air. I forgot. You weren't there for the part that actually, doused the body in water.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
The fuck did you just say?
She's depraved.
I've never heard that phrase before.
Never?
The mouth down south was wet?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Okay, people we can get rid of. Yasuhiro and Toko. They can just go. We don't need them. They are only there to block us.
I like
Man,
Toko, though.
You're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Fucking Byakuya could tell you why. He was the one that told me to grab the bucket.
Makoto, here's a bucket.
Oh my god. Oh god, I have to do this part?
I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no!
Jesus,
Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough!
Hunter's playing Guitar Hero.
How can you say it wasn't
This should prove it.
Break.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
She wasn't there. She was flying through the air.
You're right, it is a crappy guitar here.
The top half of the body was wet.
No, she
yes.
came back down.
The bottom half was completely dry.
I said that you were playing Guitar Hero. Are you okay, Hunter? Were you just, like, not
Is this
paying
an even
attention?
crappier guitar?
I can't see it. Give me a minute. I made a mistake. My life. Oh, an acoustic.
Let's put that back.
I mean, I'm really good at playing the autistic guitar.
Is that just where you scream?
Yes.
Did you see my ass on screen?
I wasn't looking.
I have a guitar. I don't know how to play it.
You put your fingers on it and then you
If the
strum.
sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
Are you okay?
I'm so sick of her.
Me and you both, Allie.
Let's just move on.
She's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Byakuya, we need you to dick her down right now so we can move on.
The reason
Yes.
only the top half was wet was because...
After you went flying.
Byakuya saw me do it!
While the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko must have murdered someone that's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
She's raving in that left screen. What?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me?
Yes, actually. I will always blame you, Monokuma-san. Monokuma-san.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Monokuma's a simp.
Anyway,
yeah.
Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's
wow!
identity is still insufficient.
You son of a bitch.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
yeah.
What?
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
Yeah, you're accusing me of murder, you whore.
Anagram of a trap, which is what the mastermind is setting for us.
Wait, what?
The tarp, which is an anagram for trap, which the mastermind is setting for us.
Kyoko, you son of a whore.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Oh. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body was covered in blood.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's going to think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said.
With bullets.
With bullets.
A bullet refute, as it were. A Danganronpa.
Wait, is that what that means?
Yes, it means bullet refute. You
By
literally
covering
type
the
that
body
into
with
Google
the tarp,
Translate, that's what you get.
The killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Okay, that's the part, that's the one that needs to be refuted.
By covering the body with the tarp, The killer prevented it from getting
She
wet.
wouldn't know about that.
So
That's
the
right.
reason the tarp was only
What?
dirty on one side...
Makoto wouldn't know about the blood on the body.
You mean Kyoko?
Yes.
is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't
Okay.
Why would you do in the after explosion body?
Oh.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer
prevented it from getting. So the reason that is because the spring, but the underside, it was totally. It's because that
side was protected from the. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course.
No, that's
I just had the wrong one clicked. What?
Hero might actually be right.
One side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Didn't Kyoko claim she went and examined the body before she came down here?
Yeah, but she
Byakuya
wouldn't have
said it
seen all the
himself.
blood.
Not to touch it, or you might get some on you.
Because, you know, that was part of the bit that exploded.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no. She would know about the blood if she was the one that killed him. Right?
Her.
Or if she was the one that killed her. Right? She would know... What?
God damn it, I can't say anything.
She would know about the blood. Because she would be the one that fucking stabbed her. So she wouldn't have... So if she doesn't know about the blood, that means she knows, or that means the tarp makes sense for her.
If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
You didn't see blood. Is it chicken blood? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
The chicken.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
I like to think, like, in the middle of, like, them writing this, they're like, oh, they, like, somebody was like, where would they get the fake blood? Oh, right, they could kill a chicken. But then somebody else, like, in the middle of writing this, like, they could just get a blood pack, right? And the guy has to be like, but what if they didn't, though? You know, just like... I'm sorry, I'm dumb.
I got it!
Are you okay?
Could it have been chicken blood?
Yummy.
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Also, we know that the blood was fresh because it wasn't regular color. It was Pepto-Bismol. And we all know that once Pepto-Bismol dries, it turns into regular looking blood.
Yeah, once Pepto-Bismol expires, it turns to blood.
I got my payout from the saddest beer.
What?
But after
Something
the
Wiggin
murder,
said.
there were only 4.
It's weird how none of those chickens moved at all in the night.
So
It's almost
you're
like they're
saying
PNGs.
Someone killed a chicken? And then covered the
Of
body with
shittily made
its blood?
chickens in something like 3 minutes or something.
That's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Thank you, Aoi.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
The
Perhaps,
protein.
but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
They just used a little
What
blood.
we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely
Byakuya, they didn't fucking drain the chicken above the body.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No, it was backwards.
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles
It's
what?
okay, Aoi. As long as you're as cute as you always are. You'll be fine.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off.
So it can't be Yasuhiro because he's not nearly smart enough.
Yes.
It can't be Aoi because they're not nearly smart enough.
There.
Or she is not nearly smart enough.
Gosh, misgendering someone like that? What a monster.
They is not even a gender. They is just general.
Not true. They is apparently very much a gender.
What if what if that was like the big thing? Like Yasuhiro was just playing super hardcore dumb the entire time, but he's like actually hyper intelligent.
Hyper intelligent?
Yeah.
That would be the play to make.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
But
they already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
That would make it that Toko was the killer.
What?
That would mean that it would have to be Toko that was the killer.
Why?
Because she was the only one that actually went to see the body alone.
Oh.
Maybe, but still. Hina, after you met up with
Nah,
Makoto in the
my
dining hall,
nose.
did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh, that explains why Toko came back as, sorry, for some reason my brain was, like, very confused about one thing and why Toko came back as, Genocide Jill. Because she saw the blood on the body.
Yeah.
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Oh, okay.
Wait, where did I go?
I don't know.
Then he had plenty of time to spare. wouldn't you
Makoto,
say?
Kyoko, you son of a whore.
That's not... Don't bother saying it's not possible.
You dare mock the son of a shepherd?
Don't.
What?
Don't.
How dare you knock me, Ed boy? You evaporated. Wait, what?
Yeah, you got Thanos snapped. You got blipped.
Who did?
You.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
But I, as the main character, know I'm innocent.
Yeah.
The suspicion falls back on me again, but why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
Is she into this?
Is she into the good cop, bad cop thing? Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi
No,
is
square
no
one
good,
was finding out
so
who the
once
body
again,
was.
Our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious,
honest-
man? Which one of them did it? Hey,
I would still
why don't we
argue
let luck
that,
decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See?
How
Pretty
is
good
into
idea,
that
right?
idea?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Super thorough.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
Mamba pig.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Yeah, Makoto had that knife.
Oh.
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Yeah, we gave that to Makoto.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
It doesn't look that way.
Definitely doesn't.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Makoto's just
That's
like,
what
oh,
I thought
fuck.
when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Yeah, we gave it to Makoto. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we going to do with it? Where did we get the knife from? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. Oh, she is... Where did we get this knife from?
Magic.
What a dude.
Okay, meaning it can't be Toko.
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Oh shit, that's right.
Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
I
to
need
stop
to
talking.
I need to rewatch Dr. Stone. It's a fucking good ass show. Put Yasuhiro into timeout. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. Can we just like tape his mouth shut for any trial we go through?
I mean, to be fair, duct tape does exist in this school.
I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone and I'm not the killer. Fragments near the dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
First order of business is finding out
Same one we gave to
which
Makoto.
statement is false.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Yes.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
No.
So there's no question.
The victim was stabbed a single time and was the body was covered with wounds. It doesn't say what had killed her. Been struck with in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The bow or the arrows. At least a few days old.
You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
The exploded body
Horrible man
analysis.
you are, Makoto.
Would it be the exploded body analysis?
I don't know.
The knife we found, it's the same one. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it.
Look, just because I had that automatically, well,
Getting stabbed it,
so there's no
That's
question
the
you took that
incorrect
knife
statement.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
What was the first statement?
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we
Okay.
gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife, that seals it. Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife, that automatically makes me the...
Well, get...
No, god damn it.
Shoot!
Fragments disguised the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
What?
I was afraid of that.
So, think of it this way. Why would they put blood and the knife through the jacket if it was the knife that killed her?
Wait, what?
Okay, think of how the body was before she done exploded. The knife was through both the jacket.
Yeah, why would it be through the jacket if the knife is what killed her? Because she would have been she would have had to have been dead when they put the jacket on, and then the knife through her.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I know. I know
If he did have that knife before, and...
I guess exploded dead body now.
Makoto
Or
did
no,
it.
the disguised dead body.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes...
Well...
No, that's wrong.
You gotta think abstractly.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, that is how...
The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it. In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
The knife was through it.
When we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
No, there's no way that's possible. Written down for everyone to see in the Monokuma file.
I got it! The Monokuma
You
file
got it.
clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Monokuma file!
You got it.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
You're an idiot.
Then the knife
was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
The arrows that were in a locker that could only be unlocked by a key in Kyoko's room.
That was only accessible...
That was only accessible by Byakuya.
And technically Kyoko. I mean, what?
Kyoko didn't have a key to... Oh, because she has the key to unlock everything.
She has the skeleton key, yes.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
I know what
Exploding the
killed
body
her.
afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
I cannot say,
The
though.
explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I love you.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
How the fuck do you know half of those words?
Can that be dumb? Even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
I thought she was about to say,
Thank you,
even I'm not dumb enough to believe in quantum containment shit.
Quantum?
Quantum!
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
She orgasms.
Artificially increased gameplay. Makoto, you tell her.
I got it! After the
You
explosion,
got it.
we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen...
That's only natural. Because, of course...
Don't worry, the pain you're feeling is only natural. It's weakness leaving the body.
Yes.
We saw the same thing when we dismantled
Why is she
Monokuma.
holding Monokuma's crotch like she's looking for something?
She is looking for something. She despot.
The fuck is Byakuya holding back there?
Poison.
It's part of a bomb.
I need a bomb.
Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma
I can
bomb.
make anything a bomb.
Can you make Aoi a bomb? Oh, she already is the bomb.
She's a bombshell, that's for sure. Oh.
Anyway, the culprit's
That's
motive
a
is
crappy
becoming more and more
bomb.
obvious by the minute.
Can I make a criticism? Yes. That's a stupid idea. That's
not
criticism.
He's right. Sorry, I've gotten so used to every time that's not criticism. You immediately saying he's right.
Cause hands make my dick rock hard.
Becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from
I'm
that...
looking that up now. I need to see that again. Are you also looking it up? It's Kira has terrible ideas.
Okay, let's just do this.
Killer Queen!
I need another bomb. I can make anything a bomb. Yeah, but this will be a cool bomb. Okay. Okay, so it's a tank. But a small tank. And it has a skull on
They
it
will
and can talk
explode.
To me. What's wrong? Do you want an honest criticism? Yes? That's fucking stupid. That's not criticism. Later. I need another bomb. Ah, Jesus. No, this one will be good. I can only use one bomb at a time. Why do we need 3? Shut up. Okay, so it'll make a tiny
What?
U. What?
It'll make a tiny
Shut.
U.
What?
Shut.
It'll make a tiny U, and it'll stay on a person. And if anyone talks to the person the tiny U is on, the tiny U will appear in their eye. Will they explode? They will explode. Okay. And after they explode, time will reset and create a constant time loop until I find out who blew you up. But I won't know who it is, so time will continuously reset, because they'll continue to explode even if they don't talk to the person the tiny U is on. Why can't I just be a simple cat, man? Because hands make my dick rock hard!
There we go. Ignore that. Sorry.
I mean, that's like the best line ever.
No, the funny part was after that I closed the tab, forgetting that it was still showing my browser, and all they could see is because hands make my dick rock hard. How to increase blood flow to the penis to make it rock hard. How to get stronger erections and be rock hard naturally. 13 ways to get harder erections without medication. still showing my screen, so that's all they saw.
Will they explode? They will explode.
Is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
No, I don't have a problem. That was me trying to look up that video. I don't have any trouble getting an erection. Mine has lasted for days at this point.
You might want to see a doctor.
I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true.
I do.
It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
Wow,
that's a very fair number.
It ends with a 96. That's like the 60. That's the aftermath of the 69 when they're like regretting their decisions. They roll off each other.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
I need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate.
I'm hitting caps lock, not shift.
Monokuma file. Odds are I will be grabbing one from in the
Then
thing.
shall we continue the debate?
What are the options?
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Good job.
It wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
That is correct.
Was it?
Yes.
It bounced off.
Statement.
Oh, that was correct?
That was a correct statement, yes.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah.
She was
basically you're trying to decide what is the fatal injury between the options.
There's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
It's that. But what do I hit that with? Or do I use that to hit something else?
You're probably going to use whatever you believe killed her on the first
victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire...
Then shall we continue the victim's...
No, that's wrong.
Nice.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
I like how we never get to see who this person is.
You do eventually.
What about the wounds all over the rest
She's
of her
really
body?
cute.
They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that
Sean
those
likes a
weren't
person
fresh
that could
wounds.
kill him with ease.
To be fair, Makuro Ikusaba is really cute.
Oh yeah, good point. If
Don't
they were old,
look
I guess they don't
her
really
up.
matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was
Titanium
the...
arrows.
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
No. Sorry. I figured something out.
What?
It would have been didn't make sense. It pointed this out very weirdly.
What?
Byakuya didn't want to go to Kyoko's room at first.
Uh-huh.
He had something to do. I went off, did something else, and I came back. In that time, he could have gone to Kyoko's room, put that key in her room, and left.
I mean, it's technically possible.
Because there's really no reason to go to Kyoko's room, and then, or like, for us to not go to Kyoko's room when I just left and immediately came back. You know?
Yeah.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No
Why would you do that,
way!
then?
The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I
Yoko has a
wouldn't
point
mind
there.
testing it on you if you want.
I'd be
No
down.
thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I wouldn't mind if you did that to me, Toto.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
I honestly do not think Kyoko killed the person.
Yeah, I can get that.
Nasty brain, you throw it on the ground and spin. Wait, sorry, I think I just blanked out for half of these. What did they say? But you just hit me with the metal end and call it nasty. And I love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it. I feel the same way. It looks like we're on the same page this time.
We want to figure out what killed
Nice
her,
try.
right? It just so
That's like
happens
some of the
we already
greatest
know.
line.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon.
Artificial gameplay lengthening. The titanium arrows.
It's to make sure you're paying attention.
Also, Kyoko would definitely not leave something like that just laying about. If she was, you know.
I mean, it doesn't matter. She can't go into her room normally.
Well, yeah.
According to those people, to the knowledge of...
I got it!
Yes, but she knows
Hit in the back of the
Byakuya
head with
can.
something. And that's what killed her.
I was about to say, there are only technically 3 people that knows that she has that kind of power.
Makoto.
And that something was...
Her.
The titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
And Byakuya?
No.
Monokuma.
Yup.
That's what I thought you said Byakuya, and I was very confused for a second.
I'm brain dead, dude.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
Thunder tits.
I was waiting for something.
I'm just saying what I think.
I don't
You
blame
don't have
Hina
a
for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Bloody duct tape, woodblock arrow, titanium arrow. Woodblock key.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
True.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master, you have
Okay, it's just the, I know it. It's easy.
The titanium
arrow. It was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must have been about as... It seems like...
An arrow.
What?
Be too thin.
Shoot!
What, did I choose the wrong thing?
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo
Was it the
locker,
bloody duct
right?
tape?
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, it said the weapon must... It seems like...
An arrow.
Did the duct tape artificially increase the size?
They
Oh, they
duct
taped
taped
multiple. Yeah, they
You're right.
taped them
Just the
together.
one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Another arrow!
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
Second duct tape! Or second arrow! I don't know why my brain went to the, okay, you have one wish left. What do you want? throws down plate that I just used to eat cheesecake. Take a wild fucking guess.
I mean, it's hilarious.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
That thing that you don't ever do?
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
See, it's like, he keeps pointing the finger at her, which makes me think it's not her.
I've never been to the dojo.
What?
Oh no,
true, you were
you
once.
absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course.
Yeah, I was
Don't
with her.
we, Makoto?
Well, the...
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo? It's my person. I was in there.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
She doesn't play dumb! That's Kyoko. Have you ever seen her play dumb at all? In this entire thing. Out of all of us, Kyoko's probably the most or the least likely to leave evidence behind. You know?
Yeah.
That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away,
I'm sorry,
so
Byakuya.
just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Aww.
Yeah.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? She came to my rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's
no.
enough. The time for idle chatter is over.
Oh,
A verdict
nobody
is
questions like, wait, she was in your room? You know?
Yeah.
Also, he's trying to get this over before we think harder about this.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake.
I know you're not
I'm
the killer,
not the
Kyoko.
killer.
I believe you.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Yeah, because you're the killer. Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? It means that... When the body was found. I don't think that matters. I think it's probably going to be something in here.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
She's not the killer.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's
Oh,
proof that you
Toko's
aren't
going to be like, going to go catatonic when Byakuya dies. Kill Byakuya and get it over with.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really
Yeah, she doesn't
done
have
that?
the locker. Well, wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byaku, right? Which would mean...
Those words
you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than...
Byakuya,
What are you hiding?
Master would never hide something.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But
Could I really have done
This
that?
on the proof.
Those words you just...
Exactly what I'm not the kid. You should understand.
Byakuya. Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof.
No, that's wrong.
I actually got one of those. It's hard. It's usually difficult for me to get those.
If I'm
I
right,
usually get them in the wrong
Kyoko
order.
wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There's a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie, but this just isn't like her, to try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer, or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier?
You are given a choice.
Oh! I remember this! I was looking up, like, if there's, like, a true ending to this game, and there was something that said, like, oh, if you believe in Kyoko or something. Or there's a choice at the end, or near the end, that you get it wrong, it's pretty much, you get a bad end.
Yeah.
And I believe this is that choice.
Honestly, the bad end, it immediately cuts to right before you make the choice. After, like, not even 5 minutes.
Well, I don't want the bad end, so I'm going with Kyoko. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. The Mastermind's trap. The Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but what if it's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro. And Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie... I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap.
My wife.
If you spend... No.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, then we have no choice.
It's making it very obvious what the correct choice is.
Yeah.
What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Run away? He just turns around and books it out the elevator.
Yes. Clearly, that's the correct choice.
Let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was
My
someone
mind just
else.
played the clip from Monty Python where they scream, "Run away!"
But who else could it have been?
Besides Byakuya.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Bet you saw it on the table.
He wasn't paying attention.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other
Hey,
option.
whoa, did you know you can join my Discord at that link?
Whoa, really?
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Kyoko, defend me. I defended you, you ass.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial.
Yeah, I
You
have a
all see
Discord.
it, don't you?
Monokuma's like,
Getting bored. Time for the vote. Didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead, and then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be.
Okay, time's up.
Huh?
I didn't even have to do a thing.
Yeah.
Time's up. Class trial's all over. Everyone can stop talking now.
What do you do? What are you gonna do if we don't stop talking?
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Man, it's a shame.
Wow, only 75.
I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point.
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, we never saw that face before.
What?
His hey, hold on face.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
You'll see it in a minute. Oh wait, no you won't. You might? Bitch, you might.
Yo, rip me.
Yep, game's over. You lost.
I actually made the wrong choice.
Yeah, the right choice is to book it.
Really?
No.
What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Or sorry, man.
It's not like we could have voted for
Yeah, sorry.
It's all your fault.
Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it. Well, yeah, wait. Yeah, you didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone.
Good job?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, they got it right.
No, I
Because I
know
said
that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
Hey, look, it's 9/11. Same as always, just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same
This makes me
way.
wonder.
What?
Like, I wonder.
Shit, one sec, can't hear you. What was that?
This makes me wonder if he would have said yes if we'd gotten any of the others wrong.
He would have said yes no matter who you chose.
So if they hadn't have like basically admitted to it at any of the previous ones, we basically would have never. There would be no way to tell if we had actually gotten it right.
Specifically in this trial, no matter who you say, he would have said yes.
Well, no, I meant in any of the previous trials, would he have done the same if we had chosen somebody else?
No.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment.
Wait, why do I... Kyoko over there like, oh shit, what did I do? Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Basically, the bad end is the same punishment, but with Kyoko
Oh shit,
instead.
no, shit, wait, shit, no, shit. I skipped the cutscene.
God damn it, Hunter.
I accidentally hit, I forgot, I meant to hit F1.
You're a disappointment to us all.
Fine, I'll just fucking Google it. Danganronpa 5th trial punishment. That's Danganronpa 2.
This is why you don't press buttons when things happen.
This is why you don't push buttons.
Exactly. You are forbidden from pushing buttons unless I specifically say so.
What the f...
You...
Oh, this is definitely a different game. That's not Danganronpa.
I'm afraid to find out what you're referring to.
That was a different... I clicked on a video trying to find the right thing. Wait, what? Where's this video's not fucking... God damn it. 5th trial. No, that's Danganronpa V3. Danganronpa 1. Class trial. Is this one?
No, it's this.
No. Okay. Class trials up. Do that. Punishment time. Come on, where's the punishment time? Oh, they fucking skipped through the cutscene? Why does nobody show the fucking video? I can't go back and rewatch it. Wait, actually. This is a visual novel. I have to use Mono coins for this bullshit. Before I do that. Figured it out. Sean?
What?
Oh. I figured it out.
Okay.
It's a visual novel, so of course you can fucking go back.
Yeah, you dumb. Don't press buttons this time. Oops, accidentally pressed a button. Yeah, it's basically this, but with Makoto instead. Or Kyoko instead.
Hey, guess what? Here's what's gonna happen.
Did that say karma?
Yep, you're gonna be crushed like a car. You're gonna be sent right for the dump. Just like the junk you are.
Makoto is like freaking the fuck out.
You can't exactly doing.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know when it's happening. Oh, that's one of those kinds of punishments. You don't know when it's going to hit you. Yes!
What?
Fuck yeah! Alter Ego is alive.
What? You're still getting dumped. Ah, fuck.
Oh, okay. Well, if I don't fall
Well,
on
you
something
just
soft, I'm going to
probably
die
dead.
anyway.
Danganronpa.
Alter Ego is alive. What?
You.
Sorry, I'm just very happy about that.
No, I'm saying you after the fucking you skipped it like a dumb. Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on?
Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid boy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It would seem you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated it from the very beginning.
What the heck?
Was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated our power. Don't try it, Kyoko. I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch.
Why is Monokuma Batman now?
The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto.
No, he's gone British.
Even more evil. Maybe I didn't get to smash him for that, but you're never gonna see him again. Twist you in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied.
Oh no, he's gone British.
I'm still gonna bring despair for the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
So, wait, does this mean the outside world sees all the murders?
Yeah.
So they know who...
They know who actually killed, but they just can't say a thing.
It's one of those things, like, it's actually, like, a good perspective thing. Like, when you're watching a movie and whatnot, you have the whole picture, so you have...
Yeah,
so you
you
can always yell at people, like, why are you being so dumb in, like, in horror movies and what... Like, or, like, in mysteries, like... It's so obvious. Why aren't you seeing it? Because you see the whole picture. They only see part of it.
Yeah.
Ellipses. Is he gone?
Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
What?
In other
Nani?
words...
Now it's the mastermind who's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. I almost spoke to her very soon indeed. I almost said her line.
Where am I? The massive high school tower. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world.
Too bad he's dead.
Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year.
Oh my god, it sends Randy
Hope
Savage
in
into the world?
in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two
gave
things
birth
you need to
to-
attend to school. Once you have to be... One, you have to be already
Oh,
be
that's
attending high
cool.
school. Two, you have to be very best at what you do. What?
Hunter, look at the emblem. It has Monokuma's red eye in it.
Oh, it does. Did it before?
I think it always did, yeah.
The only way to in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. I have re-zero powers.
Clearly.
Returned by death! What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah!
It's not a classroom I
could
remember.
finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream
This is a
inside of
real
a
life?
hopeless nightmare.
Or just a fantasy.
No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. It smells like Monokuma. Oh shit, there he is. So with the bear sound of light. Imagine that, like, you know the Kirby sound they make, like, ha ha ha. Huh?
Boyo?
No.
Are you okay?
Furby, not Kirby.
Oh.
My brain was
Boyo.
like, what? It's Kirby, right? No, it's Furby. It's like the ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Like,
oh, like those things.
Like, that's what Monokuma does when they're, like, idle. Trash was piled high all across the area, and, like, this area is just filled with idle Monokuma, so it's just, like, it's just an orchestra of
Mimi.
one, and there's one French one. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me. And he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. Fuck you, he did not use the last bit of his strength to do it. It's a fucking computer program. He's in the
funniest
network.
part is?
What?
That wouldn't have happened if you had chosen Kyoko. Alter Ego prefers you over Kyoko.
Wow. But it's a program. She's in the network. They are in the network.
It is apparently a net.
They are in the network. They don't die because they stopped a thing from happening. In my eyes, Alter Ego is forever and always in there somewhere. I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was start looking for a way out of here. What the fuck? That's a rocket and a tank. Better not think about too much about what I'm seeing down here. Is this what Monokuma does with all of his, like, things after he kills somebody? Like, he just throws them down this pit?
Yeah, that rocket was from the beginning of the game, remember?
Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? This is a desk. Probably the one that fell down here with me. And somehow survived.
Hey, you survived. And you're a lot squishier than
No,
some
what I
desks.
meant is I somehow survived.
Yeah.
Rattle, rattle, it's locked. Rattle, rattle, no matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy, Rattle Rada. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decide to look around for some food. Ah, yes, in the garbage. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless, too. Next, I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but it's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was take a nap. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep.
So, Hunter.
What?
You remember that gif I sent you of Makoto with the puppy eyes?
Yeah.
That's from here.
It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly.
Good crunch.
What the? More garbage. Strange pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Kyoko's just in a garbage bag. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched out my hand towards whatever it was that tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
I knew it was Kyoko.
Giant piece of trash. Rude. It's
Before
even
she
more
emerged
adorable
from
in the
the
manga.
pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
Or in the anime.
Why does she have ramen on her hair?
Awful.
This place smells fucking atrocious.
She has fucking cup noodle in her hair.
Yeah,
does that say
great.
cup? Go cooped?
Don't question it.
Kyoko?
Indeed.
Gokubto. You look like you're doing better than I expected.
What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I have the only means of escape as it is.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair.
Yes, I know you're here.
She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I
In
have
the
something
anime,
for
she
you.
just swats it away with her hand.
Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way in toward my stomach. I honestly would have thought Monokuma would have, like, hidden things in the trash, or would have, like, checked the trash.
You keep cutting out.
I honestly thought Monokuma would have checked the trash.
Probably not. Monokuma's too lazy.
Way towards my stomach. Oh, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going.
So you still haven't given up, then?
Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
But, Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
Pay a debt. Or, no. To atone.
Atone?
You...
During the trial. Even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
So you knew that I knew?
Indeed.
But even though I knew that you knew that I knew that you knew, I did nothing to help you. Because I knew that you knew that I knew that you knew. I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But, listen, that's not what I'm trying to... Not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... There was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost.
Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do.
What?
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one important reason.
So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. Or at least, I did once.
Once?
Until recently I had forgotten what it was.
Until I fell down and hit my head on the garbage. You forgot, but that's...
I had no memory of what my purpose was.
No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia?
Wait, there's a word for it?
Then is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived in this school?
The first thing... Yeah, you're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I had forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They done stole it from me.
That fucking bitch. There was a fly that I managed to hit with... I managed to slap it with my hand. I lifted my hand up like, oh, where did it go? It was on my hand and then flew away. But why would they want... Why would they want to do that?
There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans.
So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean... somehow, my memories may be connected with the mystery, the school, and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus... there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it. You know?
The mastermind, one of us? If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
that being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you, you fucking puppy, to help me.
But why me?
Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but...
I see.
Look at you. You're fucking
Your
adorable.
intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything.
The fuck did it suddenly go this weird route?
My goal isn't to get out of here.
It's to kill Kyoko.
It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay?
Just the immediate dismissal of it. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just... I'm not used to relying on others.
Am I the mastermind?
That would be an interesting twist.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced.
Like one of those things, like I gave myself amnesia so that I could blend in with the rest of them.
Oh my god, you're like Yagami!
Yeah, that thing that he did. Yeah, I was also thinking of Maze Runner. That's a thing they did in that book. In the first book, when they're all trapped inside, like, I don't know if you ever read the Maze Runner series.
We should keep going because I don't have much time.
Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality.
And what an adorable personality it is.
You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
I'm the ultimate simp for you.
And Aoi, apparently, I guess.
You mentioned your ability.
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective.
No shit!
Shocker, I know.
The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy...
There
was someone I had to find here in the school.
You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well... It was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster? Why'd you want to find the headmaster?
Because he's my father.
The fuck? What? What?
Just you.
In other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he had become the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Kyoko's dad? Nani? I have to ask him for his favor? Is Hope...
No, we haven't seen each other in quite a while. It doesn't quite mean anything.
Then that explains why an alter ego told us he thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll find a way.
Huh? What?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said that what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floors. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I had found.
Do I get to go to the second floor of the dorms?
Ah.
But why there?
Because I also found this in the headmaster's room.
Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Makuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were the case, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean?
It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized. Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined.
They had pita bread up there.
That's not that bad.
Have you ever had pita bread?
Yes. There are worse things out there than pita bread.
Pita. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
Sounds like it must be important and really ominous.
Talk to her again.
However...
Okay. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
It has to do with Mukuro Ikosaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know that it wasn't you either.
I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
Look, what I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial in Mukuro Ikosaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
So it wasn't Byakuya?
That was the point of the class trial.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't quite stop me. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
The Mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the Mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Kusaba.
What's that?
There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
Last night. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
You mean... during the night?
I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death.
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, didn't you know I'm best friends with Callie? She's like, why do you think my hair is this purple-ish? I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and Callie was just pointing towards your room for some reason. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And the murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the Mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the Mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I believe.
That's really bad if true. It means that the Mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The Mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me. Seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
What the fuck happened?
Don't worry about it.
So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the Mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
What?
Makoto.
Just a little more. Little more and I should be able to figure out the Mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
The other ultimate despair?
There's no doubt that Mukuro is the ultimate despair, and that she's perishing. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's a whole group. We're all ultimate despairs.
I'm not allowed to respond to that.
It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about...
what happened a year ago. The tragedy. I'm not going to fucking say that.
Tragedy. Whoever's responsible for it, they're the ultimate despair?
Seem...
Oh, hey! It's a group.
What? That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this.
Money.
They're the ones that murdered your sugar mama.
My sugar mama?
Sayaka.
Oh. I forgot she existed.
That is the ultimate despair in nuts. And that is our real enemy.
And that's a great place to end it.
Did you like that one?
Nobody died.
Except for my will to live.
The one who avoided getting shanked by you. I got Dream Island Rocket.
Fuck yeah!
Dream Island?
Yeah, so that one guy got dieted at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I know, but what is Dream Island?
I think that's the next game.
Wait, so is the second game a prequel?
Not allowed to answer that.
before we go any
I
further?
am actually not allowed to answer that. We'll find that out next time.
When we get to the next game, I guess.
Probably tomorrow. Yeah, I had to go shopping today, so I was home a little bit later than normal.
Yeah, I noticed. But anyway, thank you, Woe, for stopping by.
Yeah.
We made some progress. Alter Ego is alive.
I think progress.
We made some progress. Alter Ego is alive, so that's the only thing that matters. Aoi is still alive, that matters. Kyoko didn't betray me.
Alive, which matters the most.
Kyoko didn't betray me. Byakuya is still an ass. Sehiro tried to ruin us at every turn because he's the mastermind.
An idiot.
Bart Butt still exists, so it couldn't be better. Should I rename him? Would you like it better if it was renamed something not Blartbot? Anyway, I don't think I'll stream anymore tonight. I might. It really depends. I'm very hungry right now.
Hey Hunter, when are you gonna apply for that job?
I was wondering if it'd be better to call them or if I should drive down there.
You should probably call them.
Okay. I was just wondering. Yeah.
Also, just make it to where he doesn't fucking... Oh, it is every 20 minutes. Okay.
How do you know it's every 20 minutes?
Because I can see the timestamps of when everything is commentated.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it set to every 20 minutes.
Maybe set it to, like, an hour.
To an hour? No, half an hour. An hour is long enough for people to come in, not see shit, and then leave. I don't have the timestamps enabled, no.
It does help that I have the mod view, but yeah.
How do I turn on timestamps?
Go to...
Oh, okay. Shoot, I didn't even know that. Nice. I turned on timestamps.
I said it made it easier that I'm a mod, not specifically that...
Oh, no, I didn't realize I could just turn that on. Anyway, Sean has to go to bed, so we'll see you next time. I might stream more tonight, I might not. It really depends on how I feel after I eat something. But goodbye. I don't think being a mod does anything. Being a mod does... No, mods have a mod view, which is a completely different screen. Like, it has, like... the screen and the tiny window, then it has like every message, the people in chat, stuff like that.
I mean, to be fair, there was a knife stabbed in the body.
Like, mod view is something completely different. Actually, what else does mod view have? Mod view has, yeah, there's the window, there's the chat there, channel tools on the right with users, channel actions, subscribers only chat, emote only chat, all that, auto mod queue, mod actions.
Can continuously block more ways of saying Sean.
Yeah, on the left side it's the session, active mods, activity feed, whispers, all this different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, see you next time. For real this time. Gooba.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Jaja.